Assalamualaikum and very good morning to everyone. So, as we all know that our university going to conduct an activity for the Nature Week. So, from my opinion, the best activity is to conduct a tree planting activities. This activity can be conducted by the administration who can encourage the student to join the tree planting activities. So these activities can be conduct throughout the whole university, such as the faculty and the college area. So from this activity, the student can learn to care for our mother nature. By appreciating the beauty of the nature that they work hard by themselves to plant, can really nurture that feeling among the student. From these activities, it can also reduce the temperature and the climate changes. And other than that, plant can also reduce excess carbon dioxide from our atmosphere that can help us, that can benefit us. That can benefit us as That's all. Bye. Terjauh.
Okay, so thank you, candidate A. So, as we know, our university will conduct activity. So, in my opinion, the best activity that we can do for the Nature Week is a visit to the national park. As we know, there's a lot of national park that had been produced by like our country, like Bako National Park, which is the oldest in Sarawak, Mulu Cave National Park, Tunku Abdul Rahman National Park, Kinabalu National Park, and Taman Negara National Park. So, Taman Negara National Park is the oldest national park in Malaysia, and there's a variety of flora and fauna there that we can find if we visit the national park. So the main attraction for the Taman Negara is we can attract more tourists because we can do a lot of activities there, such as canopy walk, rapid shooting, caving, and also fish feeding. And in Taman Negara, there's also accommodation like the chalet, guest house, resort and hostel, which will be more convenient for the tourists to go there. So the advantages that we can get from the national park is the important advantage is we can protect our endangered species like the flora and fauna, and also we can attract more tourists and also people to go to national park and also appreciate the nature surrounding us. And besides of that, national park also will. That's all.
Thank you to candidate B. As we know that our university will conduct a Nature Week, and in my opinion, by organize a camping trip to the forest reservation is the best way for the Nature Week activity. We know that forest reservation is done by government, has its own benefit. We know that the forest is our main sources of oxygen. It's also to preserve the natural beauty of the world. If there's no forest reservation, our world will become destroyed. We know that university students like go for a trip, And by having a camping trip to the forest reservation, the students themselves get aware with the benefits of forest reservation. The student also can stronger their bond each other during the camping trip in the forest. The administrator that take care of the forest also can tell them more about the forest. We know that by having the forest, it also to keep the ecosystem healthy, as there's various animals that live in that particular area. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Candidate C. I am Candidate D, and I would like to highlight that my point, which is organize a recycling day during Nature Week activity among university students is the best activity that we can do, since university students does not have much time to spend to nature. So this would open a new chance for them to actually involve themselves into this kind of nature-like activity. There are some ways that they can do. There are some activities that they can do during the recycling day activity, such as they can pick up the rubbish around university compound together, either the students or even the lecturers, and it can also clean the university surrounding. They can also the bonding between lecturers and students can also be the bonding between them can be closer throughout this activity, since they do the activity together. And some activities that they can do other than picking up the rubbish is they can also plant some they can pick up plastic bottles from the surrounding and make them into something useful. What I can conclude is recycling day is the best way for this nature week. Thank you.
Berapa time?
Hello and good morning, everyone. So we here today is to discuss about the best activity for the week. We know that we as lecture society member need to elaborate our point to discuss the best activity for the week. And in my opinion, I would like to suggest to organize a tree planting activity. We know that trees have their own vital to ourselves, to human, as it release oxygen and absorb carbon dioxide. By planting the tree, we can cool down the university surrounding and others.
Can I interrupt?
Yes.
So, I agree about organize the tree planting activities, but I will stick to my activity, which is a visit to the national park. Why I said so? Because in university, maybe if a lot of people want to join the activity. So like if we go to the national park, maybe we can get much cheaper to go there, and we have to take that opportunity to see the flora and fauna in a much cheaper way. So like besides the students, mostly the students will not only get the price in an affordable way, but also can get a lot of memorable days, because of there's a lot of activity like I said before about the Taman Negara, because I had been there. So like there's a lot of activities like the rapid shooting, like the fish feeding, and also like the canopy walk. So in my opinion, we must do like a not common like the tree planting activities for the in university. Like we have to find a more exciting and fun activity to do together with the other people.
I'm sorry. I'm agreeing with your points that we can conduct an activity for the student and so on. But from by conducting activities that such as that, we must take to consideration that by some activity that they from students lack of discipline, they may actually maybe apa nak cakap.
Thank you, candidate A. For me, that is organize a recycling day. As you mentioned before, they can have a memorable days by going to trips such as going to the national park or trip to a forest reserve. But I think by organize a recycling day in their own universities, in our own universities, can also be a memorable and unforgettable moment for them, as they do it without being forced from upper administration.
Thank you to candidate, but sorry to interrupt, but I still stick with my opinion by having a tree planting activity. We know that the university is the place that we live. By having the tree planting activity, we can beautify this our college and our university, so that it can give to us the positive vibes to become eager to go to the class. As on the road, we will proudly say that that's the plant that I plant, and I have contributed to my universities.
Okay, so how about you want to stick to what?
I'm actually agreeing with candidate D ideas for the recycling day. This is because when we talk about conducting an activity, we must also consider like the drawback, such as the cost. So when you say you want to organize something like maybe going to the national park, that's actually going to cost the university to even the student. So even doing tree planting activity also will
So like you want to say like if the national park, we have to do a lot of like procedure to go to the national park, and also like the students have to bring their own belongings there. There's a lot of like tools to bring their like their belongings for like maybe we will not go to the national park for one day because there's a lot of things that we can do. So maybe we will stay 2 days, 1 night. So we will go so it will cost the student. So I think I also agree to the recycling day because of the more affordable than the national park, and also for the recycling, we don't have to we don't have to prepare much tools or something for the activity. So like maybe the administration wants us to make a campaign like collect plastic bottles one day at particular places, and yeah, I agree to the
I'd like to add some point. By organizing a recycling day, we can actually gain some money when we recycle things we collected.
After hear all of your opinion, I also agree to having a recycling day, as it also can make the student become more creative, as they need to do something during that recycling day. So right. As it can increase our creativity, the students actually can learn more about how to do innovation about something. And actually the doing innovation is the most important thing, as especially for degree student, as they need to do the thesis. They need by having the recycling day, they need to cooperate with their teammates to do some project that can amaze other people.
Other than that, we also can build the discipline, like the cleanliness of the students, because most of them ignore the cleanliness surrounding them. So like if we do the recycling, uh, they will look for the rubbish surrounding them and collect and put them in the dustbin that have been tagged. So what?
So we can all conclude that we all around agree on the best activity for the Nature Week is recycling days. This
Recycling day, because it will give so much pros than the cons. So by doing the recycling day, it will give
Memorable
memorable
to
moments to the students, and also the administration that conduct the activities for them.
So to be concluded, we all agree that by having a recycling day is the best activities to do during the Nature Week. That's all from us. Thank you.